Are protein powders necessary? Top of the morning to you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are having a fabulous freaking day. Are protein powders necessary? Well, I get that question all the time. Do I need whey protein to have successful results? Do I need it to have the biggest muscle mass gain? Do I need it to gain strength and whatnot? The answer is no. No, you don't need protein powder, people. But there are a lot of buts with that. A lot of buts. Especially like my butt. You like my butt?
Oh, there's my butt.
Anyways, so getting back to the topic, protein powders. There's a whole ton of protein powders out there. There's isolates, there's whey concentrates, there's eggs, there's caseids, there's soy, there's hemp, there's a bunch of other ones that I can't name right off the top of my head right now because it's morning and I'm still cloudy in the head because I'm kind of sick. But that aside, protein powders, they are very useful in the fact that they are very convenient. Nowadays, they actually taste really good because flavoring systems have become so damn good, so damn awesome. Well, for the most part, that, you know, it becomes like almost a treat sometimes to have protein powder. Sometimes it just, you need a fast digesting protein sometimes, like after a workout, or sometimes you want a slow digesting protein or something like that, and sometimes you don't have access to that source. Like I said, the convenience sake, protein powders are very convenient, so you can you know, you can take them when you're on the road, when you don't have access to like chicken breast or whatever. Like, let's say you're on a plane and you know you didn't take any food with you and all you have is the protein powder, or you're in another country and you're having trouble communicating with people to find the closest market and all that jazz, and here you have protein powder with you or something like that. So protein powder, very, very convenient. However, let's start off by saying, can you have results without protein powder? Yes, you can. If you have a solid diet full of protein, solid food protein, so no powders, no supplements whatsoever, you can obtain probably better results than someone that is taking supplements, to be honest. But it becomes very challenging for some people to, and expensive too, to, for example, have 6 chicken breasts a day, or you know, have a couple chicken breasts, then eggs, then fish, then peanut butter, then whatever else, a steak. If you think about the prices of all that stuff, it can really add up, and protein powder in that sense sometimes can be a lot cheaper. But you know, food on its own is more satisfying. It digests a lot slower within your body. It has a more, I would say sometimes it has a better chance of actually getting into your system, because, you know, there's a lot of people that have trouble digesting certain liquids, certain powders, and they just go through them and they have diarrhea as a result. I guess that does happen when you're lactose as well, and I guess that has an influence on whey protein as well, and protein just in general. And so yeah, you can definitely achieve fantastic results on just food, especially like, I mean, if you're cutting, you're probably going to have better results if you just stick to whole food. And maybe like, you know, if you really want to include whey, then just include it like after your workout, like a nice isolate, just to, you know, freshen up your muscles right after a workout kind of thing. If you're bulking, I think it just becomes easier when you have a protein powder. I mean, it just becomes kind of expensive to have, you know, steak at every other meal, then chicken, then eggs, then all this other stuff. So sometimes it just becomes expensive. Sometimes it just becomes very boring mentally. You're just like, oh, I have to eat this again, eat this again. And here you can have like a whey protein. You can have different flavors. You know, you can have a fruity one, you can have a chocolate one, vanilla, strawberry, whatever. So, yeah, what I really want to get at is protein powders are not necessary. No, not at all. You know, you can achieve the best possible results without them. However, they can, like I said, be cheaper, more convenient. You know, you're on the run, you're on the go. Protein powders can definitely be a lot more convenient, tasty, After workout, sometimes it's easier to get in some protein rather than a fast digesting protein source, such as, let's say, egg whites. Pretty good. Can't think of other ones. I mean, you can have meat after a workout, just might not be, depends on your goals, obviously, and depends on how much you believe in all this bro science, all this nutritional advice and all that stuff, because technically, in my opinion, you can just have any protein source after a workout, even a fat-ass fatty steak. And in the long run, in the big picture, I think that you're gonna have good results. Yeah. It's pretty much, if you didn't really grasp what I was saying, I don't blame you because I'm ranting. I've had this question a lot of times. It's like, you know, is protein powder really necessary? Actually, the funniest thing when you hear protein and people connect it with steroids. They're like, oh, if you're using protein, you're like on steroids. Dude, protein, whey protein, is derived, oh, I spit in the camera, is derived from food. From milk, from freaking like a cow. You take that milk that you had, you put it through a process, it turns into whey protein. Those are idiots. Whey is not steroids. Steroids are not whey. They're not related in any other way. Same with creatine. I already talked about that. Comes from meat products, from, there's a whole ton of food products that contain creatine, just very small amounts. I'm not getting into creatine, but what I'm trying to say is, if you're taking whey, it's not like you're cheating or anything. I don't understand why people would say supplements are cheating when you're taking whey and all that shit. They're just there to assist you. They're not the solution to attaining whatever body that you want, but they will help you along the way. But like I said, they are not necessary. I keep repeating myself, I'm so sorry. I am done ranting. Don't worry. I'm hopping on a plane right now, and I'm heading, well, not right now, in like 4 hours, and I'm heading to Warsaw, Poland. If you are in Warsaw, Poland, and you want to come say hello, I am staying at the Metropole Hotel in Central Poland. I don't know if I should have said that online, but that's where I'm staying. Alright guys, little tip for you. Stay sexy, stay hungry, and of course get laid!